This copyrighted telecast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Nevada. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Nevada and Learfield.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Wolfpack All Access presented by Champion Chevrolet. I'm your boy, Mike Stephenson. We have got a ton to get to on tonight's show, starting with the regular season wrapping up for Nevada men's basketball. The Pack facing a huge final week, first with its home finale Tuesday against New Mexico. And it was another tight contest between the Wolfpack and the Lobos. Nevada trailed by 3 points at halftime, eventually regaining the lead with about 8 minutes to play. But down the stretch, it would be the Lobos with the upper hand, aided by some costly Nevada miscues, notably at the free throw line. Behind Donovan Dent's 33 points and 7 assists, New Mexico rallies to win it, 71-67, clinching a share of the Mountain West's regular season championship. Nevada then finished things Saturday at San Diego State, a place where the Pack has not won since 1998. For those highlights, here is Alex Margulies.
Senior night for the Aztecs at Viejas Arena, which has been a notoriously difficult place for Nevada, going winless since joining the Mountain West Conference in 2013, and Saturday night was no exception. The Aztecs came out hot, hitting 60% of their shots from the field in the first half, while Nevada had next to no offense except for Nick Davidson, who tallied 13 first-half points, and Xavier Dussel, who had 6 on a pair of made three-pointers that helped him set a new Mountain West Conference record for a career with 326 makes. But the rest of the team combined to go 0 for 10 from the field and managed to score only 2 points as the Pack trailed 43-21 at halftime. In the second half, the Aztecs kept their foot on the gas, building a lead that would grow as large as 28 points before Nevada would make a swing back, led by Tyler Rollison, who scored 19 points in the second half alone, helping the Pack cut their deficit in half to 14. Nevada would outscore the Aztecs by 3 points in the second half, but it was too little too late as San Diego State cruises to the comfortable 80-61 victory.
All right, so Nevada wraps the regular season with a 16-15 record as the conference tournament now arrives. The Wolfpack is the 7 seed and will take on number 10 Fresno State Wednesday at 1:30. Meanwhile, the women's Mountain West tournament starting Sunday with Nevada and Boise State kicking off the bracket. Shannon Kelly has our coverage.
The Wolfpack and the Broncos would take center stage for an 8 versus 9 seed first round Sunday matinee. Both of these programs split during the regular season, each coming away with a victory on its home floor. But ironically, both Nevada and Boise State are 2-7 in its last 9 games. The Wolfpack would look to extend its season and snap a 5-game skid. Injuries have riddled the Pack this season as they were down to just 9 players in uniform. It was a slow start offensively on both sides. Nevada would lead 14-7 at the end of the first quarter, courtesy of a three-pointer at the buzzer from Dominique Maxey. The Wolfpack would lead by as many as 8 early in the second quarter, but the Broncos would go on a 9-0 run late in the period to take a 30-28 lead at the break. The Silver and Blue would hold the Broncos without a field goal in the third quarter and lead by 4 heading into the final 10 minutes. But the Wolfpack would find itself down by 3 points with 29 seconds to go. And an inbound turnover would hurt as Boise State would outscore Nevada 20-10 in the fourth quarter and hang on to win 54-48.
I thought for 4 quarters we battled, and especially with the rebounding, we don't have, you look at our size compared to their size, and to me, just a lot of heart and a lot of effort to make those kind of things happen.
I don't think it's that costly because there's not just one possession in a game that determines whether we win or lose. There's plays before that could have, swung it left or right, and there's plays after that.
So the Wolfpack season comes to an end after 1 game in Las Vegas, finishing the year with an overall record of 11-21. It's the Wolfpack's second season in the last 3 years with at least 20 losses. Nevada has yet to make it past the Mountain West Tournament quarterfinals since head coach Amanda Levin's first year at the helm in 2018. At the Thomas & Mack Center, Shannon Kelly, Nevada Sportsnet.
Coming up on Wolfpack All Access, we go back to the men and connect with head coach Steve Alford as his team wraps up its schedule and looks ahead to tournament time. That's next.
You get to do something you love and you're around something that has been part of your life for the day you can ever remember dribbling the basketball. So thanks to everyone, and thanks to you guys, you and Ryan. It's been absolutely an amazing ride, and I loved every second of it.
Len, it's been nothing but a pleasure.
A tip of the hat to the legend Len Stevens, Nevada's former head coach, calling his final game Tuesday after 18 seasons on Wolfpack Radio. Many congrats to Coach from everyone here at Nevada Sportsnet. Wolfpack All Access, presented by Champion Chevrolet, continues as we now head back to San Diego, where our Alex Margulies caught up with Steve Alford following Nevada's season finale against the Aztecs.
All right, just your initial thoughts, Coach.
Yeah, I thought the second half, the guys that played really competed, and that's what we talked about at halftime. Was there's a difference in working hard and competing, and I thought that unit that played in the second half really competed. I thought Jiraiya was terrific, had 2 blocks, maybe 3, 4 rebounds in 10 minutes of play. He did a lot of good things. TR was great, I thought, start to finish. I thought he was by far the guy that was the most productive tonight. We did some good things, but the key to this game, and we've talked about it for 3 days, was the paint, and they doubled us up on the paint, and they ended up doubling us over on the scoreboard as well.
What do you think was the biggest challenge, just trying to slow them down in the first half and then getting your own offense going?
Yeah, just physicality and toughness. You know, I thought in the first half they were the physical team, they were the tougher team, and you know, you can't do the Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope. You got to keep swinging, you got to keep fighting, and I thought in the second half we did that. I was much more pleased with the energy, the effort, the demeanor, the competitiveness in the second half than we were in the first half.
You keyed out Tyler Rollison. He had 19 points in that second half, scored all of his 19 points after halftime. And how much was that of a glimpse of just what he is capable of maybe over the course of an entire game?
You know, over the last 3 to 4 weeks, he's been very consistent. I've said it before, I'm so proud of him because he obviously had some struggles that he had to get through, and he could have went either direction. And he chose the right direction. He chose the hardest direction, but it's always the right direction. And I thought as the weeks and games have gone by, his level of play just keeps getting better and better. So super proud of him.
On an individual level, a significant milestone for Xavier Ducell, who set the Mountain West Conference career record for made three-pointers, 326 for his career with a couple in this one. Just how difficult and, I guess, impressive is that, you know, over the course of a career to be able to do that?
Yeah, really happy for X. You know, that's a great accomplishment for him, and he's been a very, very good shooter throughout his career. So he works very, very hard at shooting, and you know, you make that many threes, and especially in a league like this, you've done a lot of good things in making shots. So very happy for him.
What's the mentality, guys, of being able to wipe that slate clean in a sense of, you know, whatever you did in the regular season really doesn't matter at this point because you do have the opportunity to kind of do something different in Vegas?
Yeah, it's just that's a player's mindset. You get another opportunity to play. So, you know, to me, it's simple. You go compete and you give it everything you got. If you don't, then this moment's gone and the journey's gone. And you know, we got several seniors, so life's going to change for them in the next couple of months. So, you know, hopefully we have a big urgency to what we're doing when we get to Wednesday's game.
As you look at your team, you know, you mentioned urgency, but what other things are you going to be looking for, hoping in terms of the way things come together on the floor Wednesday?
Well, hopefully we can make some shots. You know, you got to make some shots to advance in postseason, and then when you don't make shots, the offense can't dictate your defense. And I thought that happened tonight. We didn't make shots to start the game, and so we stopped guarding, and then we had a lopsided. They went on a 15-0 run, called 2 timeouts, and it's all because of our shooting. And you can't do that. Your mindset's got to be, if I miss shots, I'm going to go home. I'm going to go down the other end. I'm going to get a stop. Now it's 0-0. And in the second half, we didn't worry about that. And now we started making some shots, and the offense clicked more. But it's got to be defensive driven if you're going to win and advance. But obviously, making shots is a big key too, and we haven't been making very many shots of late.
Said Wednesday it's going to be a 7-10 matchup against Fresno State, a team you beat twice this season. What can you remember just about those games against Fresno State?
Not a lot. Overtime win at their place, and then we got away from them at our place, but we'll get back home tonight and we'll start our prep.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Next, we're hitting the slopes and putting the spotlight on Nevada skiing. A fun feature plus results from the NCAA Championships is coming up on Wolfpack All Access. Back here on Wolfpack All Access, presented by Champion Chevrolet, I'm Mike Stephenson. She was a part of the Nevada ski team's triumphant return to campus just a few years ago, but there was a whole lot more to Elle Murphy. Once again, here is Shannon Kelly.
Growing up in a mountain town, Elle Murphy was raised in ski boots.
My dad, coming from Ireland, thought winter sports was super unique and something so different that he'd been experienced to. So he really wanted us girls, me and my sister, to ski race.
Murphy's father is from Ireland, so the Glenwood Springs, Colorado native holds dual citizenship in the United States and Ireland.
I think when I was about 14 years old, I went to my first international race competing for Ireland in Andorra, and that experience really opened my eyes to kind of the possibilities that I had racing for Ireland.
The alpine skier went to high school online while living in Europe and competing on the international stage. She would land back in the United States at Sierra Nevada University in Incline Village and transition to Nevada in 2022 when the program was reinstated as a Division I sport.
The community is extremely helpful and really willing to help the team and the development of Nevada skiing. Collegiate skiing in the U.S. is extremely competitive, so it's kept me pushing, wanting more, and kind of knowing where I stand with one of the most competitive skiers in the country.
Murphy will trade in silver and blue for green and orange as she prepares to train full-time in hopes of qualifying for the 2026 Winter Olympics.
It would be a child dream come true. When I was younger, there were only about 3 or 4 girls, and now there's over 10. We're considered a small nation within winter sports, only has one quota for 1 female and 1 male to attend. I'm also receiving a scholarship from the IOC and the Olympic Committee of Ireland. Kind of having their support financially has been a big game changer for me to be able to compete at a higher level.
As the Irish continue to support Murphy, she's also giving back as a guide for its Paralympic ski team.
Being with a para team is something truly inspirational and so different than you'd expect. You see a different side to kind of the sport. I thought it was difficult to ski, but it's even harder to ski when you can't see. So I've learned in my own career and kind of taught myself when you do face challenges, you can overcome them, or a different perspective kind of helps you overcome challenges.
For Wolfpack All Access, I'm Shannon Kelly.
And the Wolfpack was represented at last week's NCAA Championships in New Hampshire ×2, with Ivor Walde-Nace and Jaeger Halbjerhus both in the field. For Nace, it was his 3rd championship in a row. He finished 12th in the slalom and then 23rd in the giant slalom. Halbjerhus was tied for 22nd in the slalom and finished 28th in the giant slalom. You add it up, and the Norwegian duo's efforts were good enough to place Nevada 9th overall in the slalom and 10th in the giant. Many congrats to both skiers and Cameron Smith's squad as a whole. All right, coming up next on Wolfpack All Access, we're having some fun with a club team on campus as we spend some quality time with Nevada lacrosse. You don't want to miss that, but first, here's Chris Murray with This Week in Wolfpack History, brought to you by Bradley Drendel and Janae.
On March 13, 2004, the Nevada men's basketball team clinched its first NCAA tournament berth in 19 seasons. A 66-60 win over UTEP in the WAC tournament championship game gave the Wolfpack an automatic berth in the Big Dance. Nevada trailed for the majority of the second half of that game before Kirk Snyder's go-ahead basket with 3 minutes 14 seconds remaining triggered a game-deciding 8-0 run. Kevin Pinkney led 4 Wolfpack players in double figures with 15 points, as the Wolves went dancing for the first time since 1985. The fun, however, wouldn't stop there, as Nevada beat Michigan State and Gonzaga in the NCAA tournament to reach the Sweet 16 before a heartbreaking loss to Georgia Tech ended the Wolfpack's Cinderella run.
My name is Michael Ball, number 8 for the baseball team, and here are 5 questions. The rich brother and Step Bros? I've been told I look like that guy, like a bunch, for whatever reason, like that. I don't know if I see it or not, but people have told it's over 10 times now. There's so many. I'm gonna go with I have to go with Archie's. Yeah, I freaking love Archie's. Flying, it has to be. I feel like you look at a bird in the sky and you're like, I want to do that. Madison Clark, my girlfriend on the softball team. Ayaterra, they're a reggae band I've been listening to a lot lately. They disbanded recently, but I really like it. It's all about like gratitude and stuff like that.
Welcome back to Wolfpack All Access, presented by Champion Chevrolet. Of course, we spend most of our time covering Nevada's varsity sports on campus, but every once in a while, it's nice to showcase some of the other silver and blue athletes who are continuing their careers at the club level. During a recent PAC lacrosse match, we threw a microphone on goalkeeper Pete Marston, and he did not disappoint.
Shake it up, guys. Let's have a good game.
All right, good luck.
How are we going tonight?
Good luck. Bring it in, man.
This is awesome. Let's go.
Here we go. Here we go. Big game. Big game. Here you go, Nick. Favorite part about playing goalie, I'd say, is just running the defense. It's kind of like you're a quarterback on the field. So get to call out defenses, call out matchups, and then play defense and win games. Break! Contact! Go! Ow, ow, ow! Here you go, run out, go! Scoop! On it! Push it out! Most challenging part, probably getting hit with the ball. It kind of sucks, but it's part of the game. You get used to it, toughen up and do what your team needs. Oh, you can't scoop, dude! You suck! Goal line, sit! Go, go, go! Sick miss, man. Dude, you suck, 20! You suck! You suck, 20! Where are you from, 20? Eugene? Rains there a lot, man.
What's that?
Rains there a lot.
It does rain there a lot.
Yeah. I toured U of O and too much rain, man. Go! If you get scored on, get off the field, get the next people on. Kind of like a hockey sub. Just go hard while you're on the field and score goals, save goals, and keep it running and keep it moving. Break!
Pass, baby!
I was going for the bat. Yeah, that was a dot, dude. Way to go, Darius! What a shot! What a shot! Yeah, Jake Herwig! There we go. Hey, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, Jake Herwig! That was gnarly!
And that piece was shot and put together by our Nikki Pica and Zach Briggs. Coming up next, we're wrapping things up on Wolfpack All Access as a former Nevada football player shows out at the NFL Combine. We are back on Wolfpack All Access, checking in on Nevada's lone representative at the NFL Combine. And boy, Keaton Crawford certainly put the league's teams on notice. The one-time Texas transfer showing out as one of just 15 safeties at the event, finishing top 3 in all 6 drills, including the top shuttle time, second best vertical leap, and the 3rd fastest time in the 40-yard dash. If Crawford was under the radar going in, he certainly isn't anymore. And as for the current Nevada football team, the PAC opens its spring practices Monday morning on campus. And now a quick note on Nevada swimming. Scarlett Ferris was set to compete in her second straight NCAA championships, qualifying in 3 separate events, but then she had to drop out due to a recent injury. Tough news there, but the season in the pool does continue for the Pack as Bailey Hadra and Lucia Gabino compete at this week's Zone Diving Championships in Washington State. All right, that is all, folks. As always, thanks for tuning in to another edition of Wolfpack All Access presented by Champion Chevrolet. I'm Mike Stephenson saying so long, friends.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.